Hello, Ogden. I'm Anthony Horowitz, and I'm talking to you from London, England, on the other side of the Atlantic. This is my home. I just want to say how much I'm looking forward to joining you for the 2023 Ogden School Foundation 4 author event. It takes place on October the 5th, a date that's moving closer and closer, and I can't wait to meet your community and to support the students of Ogden. And of course, the summer vacation will be with us soon. What should you be doing during the time? Well, of course, I hope you'll be reading, and here are just a few recommendations you might like to look up. For younger readers, I'd start with Frank Cottrell-Boyce. He's a friend of mine. He writes wonderfully comic, fast-moving adventure stories. Two of my favorites are Cosmos and Noah's Gold. If you haven't found him, do look him up. He's a great writer. If you want something more serious about refugees, and you think about how many refugees there are moving around the world at the moment, with Ukraine happening and so much unhappiness in Europe, try Ian Serrelier, The Silver Sword. It's one of my favorites from my childhood. And another book I read recently, The Magic Hour by David Wollstonecraft, a great fantasy. For older children, I'd recommend Mallory Blackman. Do you know her? Noughts and Crosses, a wonderful book about racism and how it destroys the society in which it exists. Or, of course, you could go for fantasy, The Hobbit, a favourite of mine when I was a kid. It's been a great movie, but if you haven't discovered the book by J.R.R. Tolkien, do look it up. And finally, for even older kids, maybe you should ask your parents first. I always recommend that great American writer, Stephen King. I mean, just incredible fantasies, adventures, a little violent, perhaps quite adult. But if you look up a book like Firestarter or The Stand, two of my favorites, I think they're just great books, and I'm sure you're ready for them. But anyway, whatever you do try and read something. And if you want to know more about the 4-author event, go to ogdenschoolfoundation.org. All one word. Look that up on the internet. All the details are there. Have a great summer.